Are you ready for a journey like no other? Imagine a city where maths meets adventure. Welcome to Hexagon City, where mystery and adventure await. Join us in this gripping tale of intrigue and discovery. With twists and turns at every corner, you will be on the edge of your seat. So what are you waiting for? Head to YouTube now and watch the Tale of Hexagon City. A city ruled by strangers, then by indigenous kings, with a story of ups and downs. But amidst the chaos, a new city emerges, full of hope and diversity. Join Dr. Adeyemi on a mathematical journey through 16 episodes of twists and turns. Don't miss out. Watch it on YouTube and be part of the adventure of a story of resilience and diversity. So come and explore Hexagon City. As the situation unfolded, the people in the city began to live in constant fear. Gaba, now an elder statesman from the prime zone, celebrated his 80th birthday. Fakunle was invited to address the leaders from even, odd and prime zones at the birthday ceremony of Gaba. One of the leaders who had also signed the MOU for the city kingship emancipation.
I am growing old now. Is this how we will continue to live our lives in fear and distrust, where two people cannot gather to speak for fear of being captured by unknown palace force and being humiliated? This was not our intention when in 1941 we argued and demanded we should be allowed to rule ourselves and our resources.
Fakunle lamented. He pleaded with the leaders and guests present at the occasion to look inward for the progress of Hexagon City. He noted that there was no longer equity, fairness, and justice in the city, and that many noble indigenes had fled the city for greener pastures in other cities. Meanwhile, Fakunle, Gaba, and Egwe were all respected by Hexagon City indigenes for their roles in the first kingship enthronement. As such, King Olademo was also afraid to do anything against this elder statesman, knowing well how he got to the throne, as he was not a descendant of any king, nor was he from the royal dynasty. Sequel to Fakunle's speech at Gaba's birthday, people started meeting secretly in twos and threes in different homes, strategizing how best they could go back to the drawing board, where it was said at inception that kings should be elected among the people in the city. From different zones in the communities and villages, people were scouting for credible leaders with impeccable records that could be asked to lead the city and be members of the King's Council. One day, May 29, 1963, there was a great commotion and protest in the city, such that the power of the palace guards could not control these angry people. The angry protesters demanded breaking the city into three. The protest lasted 3 solid days, from May 29 to May 31 that year. This protest attracted the attention of neighboring cities and real world leaders, who had to sound a note of warning to King Olademo that if he would continue to enjoy a symbiotic relationship with other cities and external bodies, he should allow the culture of the city to prevail by leaving the throne so that the people could elect their king from the royal families. King Olademo considered the appeal as very instructive and good enough, but gave conditions before he would leave the throne.
If I choose to leave the throne for peace to reign, I must not be killed, nor jailed by any new king. My family must be protected, and all the wealth I have gathered must not be tampered with by any new king,
Olademo requested. The people of the city considered his request, and this was acceptable to real world leaders in other cities who intervened. Consultations continued, and meetings were going on underground as to who could be asked to lead the people. While this was going on, some of the leaders remembered the bold community leaders, Shidume and Ayeni, who had been imprisoned in the palace guard room as good enough. They would be released for Ayeni to be made the king, since he had all the qualities to become king in the city. All the zones considered this idea a laudable one and a good idea that will reunite the city. Unfortunately, in the early morning of 9th July 1963, the death of Ayeni was announced by the palace trumpeter that Ayeni had taken ill in the palace jail and died of complications. This sad news brought coldness to the heart of many people. The people in the city were afraid and became troubled. Others were thinking it could be a ploy for King Olademo to sign an agreement to leave the throne and now use the opportunity to threaten those who would want to contest as king.